Hello everyone, I'm going to explain you the recursive function or recursion. What is the recursive function? You have studied already about the function. So recursive function is referred to the function that call itself. You have studied about function already. If you want to calculate a factorial, you have to create the function factorial. For example, you have in fact I can say factorial 1, and then we have parameter n. So if you want to calculate the factorial of n, you have to use loop, right? You have to use loop for in I equal to 1, I smaller than or equal to n, I plus plus, and then you create the variable fact equal to 1, and then fact equal to fact produce I, and then you have to return fact. So the function will calculate the factorial of n. Let's print it in function main. The factorial of 5, for example, 5 is percentage d, and you can call the function factorial 1 and 5. So the function will calculate the factorial of 1 by using loop for, right? So let's run it. You see, the factorial of 5 is 120. And then we use the loop for to calculate the factorial of n. So how can you use recursive function? And you know, recursive function is the function that calls itself, right? So I want to convert the function, the normal function, to recursive function. How can I do it? I have to create a new function called fact2, and then in n. Now I want to calculate the factorial of n by using recursive function. In the case, you have to create the condition if n bigger than 1, and then you have to return fact2. You have to return n produce fact2, and then n minus 1. And L, you have to return 1. The function is we call recursive function because you see here is it call itself. The function is called itself because recursive function. So I have to copy code and paste here, and then I change this one to 2. This one is the function 2, and then run it. You see, it's output the same result. Let's see the code. You see, in normal function, we have to create variable factorial, and then we have to loop from 1 to 5, n equal to 5, loop from 1 to 5, and then it will produce fact by I equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It means that it will produce by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it returns the fact. So it returns 120. How about the code? The code is recursive function. In recursive function, we have to have a condition when n bigger than 1. In case n bigger than 1, it calls itself. It works until n equal to 1. When n equal to 1, so in the case, it means that it will 1 plus 1 produce 2 produce 3 produce 4 and produce 5, right? Equal to 120. It works like this. So you see it works from 5 produce 4 produce 3 produce 2 until produce 1. When it produce 1, we have to finish it, right? So the condition should be n bigger than 1. And then when n equal to 1, L it means that when opposite from n bigger than 1 is when n equal to 1. When n equal to 1, it will return 1. It will return 1. So it means that it return 1 and then finish. That's why we have to set the condition here, n bigger than 1. Because when n equal to 1, it finish, it return 1 and then it finish. Let me explain you how does the recursive function work. In the case, here we assign n equal to 5. So now n equal to 5, and then how does the function work? Here is 5, and the first time n equal to 5, and then we check condition 5 bigger than 1. Yes, 5 is bigger than 1. True, it return n produce fact 2 n minus 1. Why here is n minus 1? Because you see here 5 minus 1 is 4, 4 minus 1 is 3, 3 minus 1 is 2, 2 minus 1 is 1. So when n equal to 5, 5 bigger than 1 is true, and then it will 5 produce here n equal to 5, 5 produce fact 2 n minus 1. It will produce fact 2 4. Because n minus 1 is equal to 4, so it will produce fact 2 4. In the case, it calls itself. Here it calls itself. Now n equal to 4. N equal to 4, and it will 5 produce n equal to 4, and now n equal to 4, so 4 produce fact 2, 4 produce fact 2 3, n minus 1 is 3, and then now n equal to 3. Here n equal to 3. When n equal to 3, it will n equal to 3, the condition is true, right? N equal to 3, the condition is still true. So it called 5 produce 4 produce n is 3, so produce 3 and produce fact 2 2. And then now unequal to 2. Unequal to 2, it will 5 produce 4, produce 3, produce 2, produce fact 2, 1. 5 produce 4, produce 3, produce 2, produce fact 2, 1. Now unequal to 1. When unequal to 1, this condition is false, right? The condition is false, so L is true, it will return 1. So the fact 2 will equal to 1. So it will return 5 plus 5 produce 4 produce 3 produce 2 produce 1 and then finish, because when it returns 1 it finishes. So 5 produce 4 produce 3 produce 2 produce 1 is equal to 120. That's why here print the result 120 here.